Hi there, Mo here. Welcome to my channel, Mo Moon. This is the video for day 23 of Neo-Pagan November. Neo-Pagan November is a month-long challenge in the month of November, and it has been started by Brittany, the Sunshine State Witch. So today, the prompt for the 23rd day of Neo-Pagan November is family. So I guess I just thought I'd talk a little bit about my family. Um, So, um, I am the oldest child in my family. I'm the eldest. And my mother and father are still married. And I guess they've been married for 40 years now because I'm 41. So maybe 40 or 41 years they've been married. So they've been together a long time. And I'm the eldest, and I have 5 sisters, and I have one brother. And my brother, there's Sarah, Esther, and then my brother Josh, and then Elizabeth, Miriam, Rebecca, and Deborah. My mother and father are in their 70s now, and even though I came from a family that was very strict in religion, my family has always been a family that's been really big on the energy of love. My parents, they've not always supported our choices, but they've always been there. Like my parents are always there for us, and they love us. There's no doubt that my mom and dad love us. And my dad worked hard all his life to put food on the table, and my mother worked as well. And, she had jobs, all her life, whenever she had time, because she had 7 kids, right? So she always made sure we had home cooked meals. My mother always cooked really healthy meals, and people often would say she cooked for an army. I was the eldest of the 7, so I'm really close to all my siblings. I love all my sisters. I don't think there's any arguments between any of my sisters or my brother. I spend time with all my sisters. 2 of my sisters live outside of the province, but they come to visit from time to time. And whenever they come to visit, it's like we were never, there was never any distance between us. Like we pick up the conversation quite quickly. And I keep in touch with my sisters on WhatsApp, and my brother's also on WhatsApp with us, and I'm also on WhatsApp with my mom, and I'm on WhatsApp with my dad. Um, so I come from a really good family, a family that is full of love, and that doesn't mean that our family life has always been easy. Like my parents, have had a lot of fights. They did have a lot of arguments, and we were spectators of the arguments, and but they've worked through them all. Relationships take a lot of work, and a lot of times partners don't see eye to eye. But I forgive my parents for any mistakes they may have made, just like I know they forgive me for any mistakes that I've made. And just the other day, I went over to see my mom, and I dyed her hair for her, and I brought my dad some Mae West, and I lived with my parents for a long time. I think I only moved out when I was in my mid 30s, and my parents were always supportive of me getting an education, and uh, they let me stay at the house as long as I needed to be able to get a good education, and it's been like that with all my siblings. Not all of my siblings have stayed there for a very long time. 2 of my sisters moved out when they were in their early 20s, and my youngest sister, who I'm also really good friends with, she's in her late 20s now. She's the baby, and I just spent some time with her today. She got her new apartment, and my mom and dad are still in their house, and they live with my brother, who's a very sensitive guy. Of course, being in a family with six girls, five of us and my mom, and only having my dad, I guess he got to understand the emotional side of us, because we're, as females, and at least the females in my house were really sensitive and like emotional. So my brother, he's learned to be, fairly compassionate and understanding. My family, my family moved a lot. We moved from this province to another province for a few years because my dad lost his job and got a new job. And then we were able to come back to this province because my dad was able to do that with his job. And we've changed houses quite a few times. So as a family, we moved a lot. I wouldn't say we moved like we overly moved. I think as far as like living with my parents and being the eldest, I think we moved 7 times. So in my 35 years of life, we moved 7 times. Yeah, about that. So my dad would often, buy houses that needed a little bit of work, and he would do the construction in the house. Like I said, my mom was always cooking meals for us, and always healthy meals. She's really savvy with how she buys her groceries. She knows how to get the sales and where to go. Of course, as you can imagine, in such a large family, it costs a lot to support a family of that size. But like I said, my dad was always working hard, and we traveled quite a bit with my dad because he had a job as a salesman where he would go to different provinces and places in the States. And even he went to Mexico with some of my family members when he was working with the people in Mexico. So we got to go on some nice family vacations with my dad. And I remember, staying in hotel rooms with such a large group of people. It was always a lot of fun. When I think about my family, I think about good times. As much as, like I said, I come from a strict Christian home, and a lot of that I've healed. I've healed a lot of my trauma. Just, through my self-development, my shadow work, and keeping, communication open and rebuilding bridges that have been burnt, because was angry with my mom for a long time, and now we have a good relationship again. And it's like nothing ever went wrong. So I'm really grateful because I come from a family where now I have, I would say that I'm good friends with all my sisters. Some of them I talk to more than others. Some of them I see more than others. But I have a really good relationship with all my sisters, and they're like my best friends. Like I don't really have a lot of friends outside of my family. I have a few friends, but most of my best friends are my sisters. So, and my brother is a really great guy as well. I don't spend a lot of time with my brother, but I know he's there for me, and I'm there for him, and I'm really grateful that I have a brother because he's my only brother that's still alive. I had a stepbrother with my dad was married prior to being married with my mom, and he had a son, Patrick, but Patrick passed away. He was my stepbrother. So now I just have my brother, Josh, and I'm really grateful to have a brother like him. So that was just a little bit about my family for this day's prompt. I hope you found it interesting, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.